Good evening and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender show. I'm joined by Dan, KCC, Wayne
Hello.
and Jayden, obviously myself. So lads, welcome to the show. What's tonight's topic? Wayne's just been discussing it. I'm sure he's going to go on. I think he's going to go on a little bit messy tonight, aren't he?
No, I just think, like, obviously going running on from the last show that you did about Jack Grealish, I think our swords might cross again. Like,
Go on.
obviously there's only one place to start, and that's with probably the biggest transfers than just of a generation, Messi to Paris Saint-Germain. Something that you'd probably never dream about, thinking he was going to leave Barcelona until they announced. And I did watch the La Liga president the other day saying everything was fine, and then we just got a phone call to say that was it was over. But politically things come into play, and La Liga have they
Yeah, there's
made
rules and
mistakes.
regulations, but the blame has to fall on Barcelona for mismanaging the club so bad.
Yeah, I think it's been cool for a while.
Like one of the most loyal players wants to leave.
But to be honest,
last season,
they couldn't. If there was articles going around saying Messi could have stayed for free, he couldn't. La Liga, there's rules saying in La Liga they can't have players like drop wages after a certain percentage. So I feel like if they're earning less than 50% of the wage, you're not allowed to re-sign.
he's a
or
professional
something.
footballer. Why would he play for free? Like, I know Beckham
And the
played
best
for
player
free,
in the
but
world.
he didn't play for free. He got a wage and donated it to charity for Paris. So you don't play for free as any professional.
I've seen that like through about though, the whole Beckham to Paris, Saint-Germain and Messi. But how old was Beckham? 37 when he went there, and he only went there for 6 months.
He went there for his wife, didn't he, to go shopping, usually.
So do we all...
Messi, I think, is a different ballgame. I think he's got that. It's that chance now for him to end that debate of Ronaldo or Messi in it. Because the one thing that's always been thrown at him is you've always been at Barcelona.
True.
Yeah.
He's never done it in another league with another club.
I'm going to disagree on you there, because he'd gone to a league again which is worse than La Liga.
But say he then leaves Leeds,
He would have come
PSG to a Champions League, the first Champions League.
But it's a bit hard not to have seen the team. It's not just Messi.
But they didn't win the
the
league
best
last
goalies in
season.
the world this year.
They
They
won-
didn't. Yeah, but I think that
They didn't win the league.
Mbappe, Neymar,
Yeah. No,
Ronaldo.
Gini Ronaldo. Yeah, they've got some team.
Ramos,
Got the best
Yeah.
team in the world at the moment.
Hakimi.
It's like the Harlem Globetrotters of football,
Could
basically.
make a
Do
full
you think
list.
Ronaldo will be out of place there?
No,
Don't
no. I think he's one of the most underrated players in the Premier League. I really do.
Yeah, but Messi's used to a team suited for his needs. Ronaldo's good. He's no Xavi. He's not going to
He's
play
box
that
to
game.
box, he's got the energy and he can score a goal, but they don't need him to do that. They just need him to do what he did at Liverpool, and that's just protect.
Is it a team with too many chiefs, just like Man City's going to be? That's my forecast. There's
Maybe
going to
so, but I think it might settle Neymar down a bit. Neymar's been running around ragged trying to drag a team. I don't think he's got the leadership skills. Messi has got the leadership skills
Yeah,
to now
guaranteed, yeah.
maybe to bring
But you
in.
look at their front, both their entire front four. People forgetting they've all still got Di Maria.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think he'll be used more wing back.
And the Cardi and all that.
Cardi, yeah, again he's a cracking player. It's just ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's like when you're the old champ manager, football manager, and
You sign all the best players.
You've gone Burnley, you've 3 other teams, and then you've just signed that they're subs for 100 million each, and then just gone on a spending spree. It's the best team. Then you can
So everyone in the Champions League now, do we all say it's PSG's, or
Well, people are saying that last.
does it
last
lift
season,
every
I
other
think.
team?
it does, but I think, do you know what I think also brings into play this new rule at UEFA that there's no away goals. I think that really
people
opens
forgot
things
about
up.
that really.
Because now it becomes the second leg. Really, if you're at home the second leg, that's advantage you. Even if you get beat 2-0.
I know.
I think
I
it's-
love the away goals though. I
It
thought-
made it interesting, didn't
Yeah.
it? But we got caught on it, didn't we, against Atletico Madrid?
Oh well,
But
obviously.
it does make it a little bit more
I
interesting.
think if we go back on our records, I think we've done rather well with the away goal rule. I think it's
Yeah,
helped us out a lot.
It is tough though, especially, it is hard.
Did Apple does that now against
It'll be
Barcelona?
interesting to see, yeah, it would. It'll be interesting to see, it really would, but yeah, I think they've made the money back already, haven't they? I think it was 27 minutes they sold out of shirts.
Wasn't real, that wasn't it?
Sold 30 million quid worth,
So
so
is it 25 million a year you'll be getting?
Yeah.
Or something near enough?
Well, that's just it just tells you, because I was hoping, I was My hope was there, wasn't it? Jayden did say, he's coming to Liverpool. And, these teams look at it, and as you just said there,
You got it right, I said he's
the
got
likes of
PSG.
Liverpool think, wow, if we'd have done that, we'd have sold out to them as well.
Yeah.
We'd have
I
made
don't think
Yeah,
we
but
buy
there's-
like that, we buy on Moneyballs,
Yeah.
or we have Moneyballs, that algorithm thing, but
Yeah.
I think this is just a flat, do you take a chance on having the greatest player here? Would he have fitted into Klopp's system? Because it's really heavy metal football from the start. Messi's not that player. If you
Yeah.
watch Messi, for the first 5 minutes, doesn't touch the ball. Walks around.
All the teams he's being played in, and it's not
Looking.
taking anything away
Does
from
that,
him.
doesn't he?
They've
So-
been catered for him. They've been built around
But
him.
it does open up a debate, is Paris Saint-Germain the biggest team in the world?
No.
They're
no.
the only team
Yeah.
that went for the greatest player, so why hasn't Man United gone for him? Why hasn't Arsenal gone for him? Why hasn't Chelsea? Why hasn't
It's all this money though, isn't it? Again, we were talking this last week.
But is it because
It's,
Palace have just made the money back?
well, yeah, and it's obviously telling every other team now, well, if you've got the money, this is what you do. Well,
Any
If-
forecaster would have probably
again,
showed-
is it lifting the transfers?
Part of me
he's up
couldn't
again.
see Messi playing on turf more though.
I'm cold, like stuff. It's a shame. I'd like to see him, but I think his path's now, he's either going to Qatar or MLS, isn't he? So after this, but he'll probably work for Qatar now for the rest of his life
Yeah,
on
maybe.
promotion, and maybe he'll go over there and do a
Maybe this
better.
will prolong his career in whole. He might be at PSG for a couple more years than what we actually think he will.
Yeah. I know he signed on a 2-year deal, but if he likes it, if he likes it at PSG, he'll probably stay for a little bit.
Let's see what he's like on a cold, warm night in Montpellier.
We'll probably see him on a few more adverts in the UK, won't we?
Yeah, do you know, I think it was exciting, wasn't it? It was exciting. You could see the general emotion and in leaving, and then he got out.
He was
And then
delighted to be
someone walked
gone.
over to him and went, yeah, there you go, there's 30 million quid, and his face just lit up, then he got on a plane, he was off.
It looks like we're all full of Reds here tonight. Are you disappointed on the transfer market for Liverpool?
No.
No, the news just broke
Who's
today,
the-
didn't it? Van Dijk's just signed a new
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah, 25.
So we haven't not been active, we've just secured our major assets for the next 4 or 5 years, so, and bought a new centre half.
Yeah. But we
Who
did
did
do
you buy?
business late last summer. I think we brought people in late last
We
summer.
I was hoping Mbappe.
I was going to say we could buy a new centre mid, but we've got.
Henderson.
Who though? I generally don't know who improves the team, who's out there.
It's also who fits into the system.
Well, there's an open market now on the Brazilians again now, isn't he? This is, and there was talk there that Liverpool could look at a few South Americans coming in again.
Again, I don't
We've
know
done well
who's
with the
there, though.
Brazilians, Liverpool, I must admit.
It's nice though because they all like get on together and but I just don't know who's there to improve that. I do think we need maybe 1 or 2 more quality than I'd say like Shaqiri. I think he needs to play footy, but we need to replace him now. We haven't replaced Gini. If you lose Shaqiri, we've got the youngsters.
Isn't it a chance though for like I don't know if you just saw the news that broke about an hour ago that Harvey Elliot's been told that he's getting a chance this season.
I watched him. I was just about to say that. I watched him
Absolutely brilliant.
against Bilbao, and he was best player in the park
Yeah.
by far.
There's some of them young talent coming through that. I feel like maybe this is the team with
He was really good
Thiago
for
there.
Blackburn.
Do you know what, we've got to thank Blackburn for using him. I think he played 41 games out of 46.
Jayden said he was 34.
And
Scored like
he just seems so mature now. He was going forwards with the ball, he was looking around for plays, and you're thinking, wow, what has he learned?
There's a video going round, and I've taught the kids on Sunday, and we watched this, and even one of the kids went, oof! The ball comes in, he gets the ball, turns, puts it in the top bin, turns it again, puts it in the top bin, and the ball cross comes in, and the goalkeeper's just standing there, just going, how do we stop that?
Yeah.
And the three things are just unbelievable. He was like that all game. He was just 2 passes ahead. They're exciting. And you've got Curtis
Reads
Jones
the game well, doesn't he?
Do you know what I was highly impressed with that Alone Beck as well?
Oh yeah, he's really, really good going forwards.
Yeah,
He
just
just come
seemed-
back in, had a little bit of awareness himself to get the ball in when he needed. But then Tsimikas, I think his name's Tsimikas.
Yes,
Yeah, the
He's
one
been
we signed.
fantastic. I think he's not watched all those 60-minute games. He's been brilliant.
yeah.
I feel like Naby's been quite well as well.
Yeah, he's been a lot. It's a big season for him.
But I always said,
I feel like it's a make or break for a few players.
I always said Liverpool
This
are a
season.
fans team. Look what happened when we had no fans. We just went to pieces. Those players, you can't say showboat. I just think they love the fans and it helps them perform. They all seem to come alive. They seem to enjoy the support, the atmosphere. And even when I've seen them pre-season friendlies with a lot of fans in there, we seem to come to life. You're thinking, it's the fans. Even when the fans were quiet, the players just seem to...
I think this probably be the last season with these group of players though, because every team has that 3-4 year.
The youngsters are coming through,
Yeah.
you've got to... You know,
We've secured the ones that they want to keep, haven't we?
Yeah,
We've
true.
secured them now for a long-term deal, so that's the main thing. And
Mane and Firmino was a bit off form last season, if we get them firing again.
They look like they were all for it, didn't they? They all look, you know, what you're talking about, put that mid to bed with Salah and Mane. They just seem to be looking for each other.
playing with the
People-
Amley on last season.
Yeah.
People are saying Salah had a bad season. When you see his actual goal ratio, he had a half decent
I thought it
season.
was great.
Yeah.
I really did.
Yeah.
You know, and
He looks hungry again.
Yeah.
Big smile on his face. Mane had a smile on his face on the weekend. So hopefully you turn it into tomorrow. I think the problem in this city is, well, yeah, we look really excited. And I seen a poll the other day, I think it's this new Sky thing where the fans and the Pollen fans and Everton are bottom of the optimism.
Are they?
Yeah,
Right,
it's
well,
quite
that's
sad
it.
to see, because it's like, goes on like how many are basically saying we won't do what we want to do.
Yeah.
How many out of 100? And Liverpool 4 only saying we don't think we'll get anywhere near it. City at 8.
Well, I saw the
Everton
20
92.
pundits the other day, and you know, it always maybe it'll lift the Liverpool players. Not one of them
No,
That
went for
was
Liverpool to
it.
win the league. It was always Man City or
that's
Chelsea, and I think there was only one who put us in second place. But I don't, those pundits, I'm sure, right the way through, they always change. I'm glad that it's all down and right now.
Yeah,
Because
let's
they all
go
say,
back
I
on
said
it.
that, yeah.
I think with Everton, it's tough because obviously the book after it, which is a split divided opinion, hasn't it? But also, there's not done anything in the transfer window. And it's a bit
They
worrying.
did a little
for them.
bit.
What?
Is it the Benitez factor?
They signed that Burma keeper. They signed.
But he's 38, isn't he? Bit old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
was
think they
surprised.
signed Townsend as well.
Townsend's not a bad sign, to be fair, but is he going to pull trees up for what the Everton want to move into that
He had
top
that
seven?
moment, didn't he, when he got England to the 2018 World Cup, and then
I just think last year Ancelotti made so big of strides with the likes of James and Allen, and it was really
Dominic
exciting.
Calvert-Lewin as well.
There was an opportunity then to then go kick on and go and get a big striker, a goal
That's what I
scorer
thought, yeah.
to help Calvert-Lewin and a good centre half, and they haven't done it. And I was surprised that Bradford hasn't brought in a defender.
Did I not read the other day there was 100 million in the pot for them to go and buy players? Or is this just a
Where
myth?
is
I
it
don't
then?
know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Arteta money.
Because as we've seen advertising, yeah, is the new stadium getting built? So they're jumping a lot of money into that, but that's no good.
They're going to be in that
Seems
same
gonna
boat, and I think Tottenham's in it now, aren't they? Arsenal done it when they moved from Highbury to Emirates, they couldn't compete, so you're going to have a few teams that are just...
It's every team
It's
that seems to
like
get a...
Arsenal and Tottenham are at the top.
Yeah.
Everton mid-table.
Cool.
Where are they going to go though? That's the danger. I think they're dangerous.
It could be a West Ham factor. Could you imagine how close they came from playing in the London Stadium, but in the Championship?
They all seem to move to a new stadium now, don't they? And then suddenly goes downhill. You know, instead
Yeah, I think that's been brought into the thinking of the design of Everton's ground, isn't it? Everything's on the pitch, everything's to be like Goodison, everything's been...
It's
the
going to be like
design
this
looks
way.
amazing. It looks absolutely amazing. But generally, it'd be great for the city, would be. Because Goodison, I know we mock it, Liverpool fans mock it and stuff like that, but it has been a great
Banter, isn't it?
stage
It's
now.
banter.
It's been a great stage, and when you go there, the noise it creates, like that Gladys Street roar, it's just insane. When you're in the away end, it's loud in a derby day. So if they can recreate that,
do you sneak in the Gladys Street anyway?
I have some, yeah, like
Okay.
once or twice, yeah. Tommy Hayes, I've just had to sit
Hide your
there
face,
like
hide
that.
your face.
Yeah, and Tommy Caton farmed me. And they, what are you doing in here? Yeah. Well, last time I was in there, he farmed me. Get out, you! And then he got me in a headlock and just went, oh, don't worry about it. But
I'm saying nothing.
the same thing is though, like, it's nice that, because obviously, I think if it was Man United, it wouldn't be the same story, but you know them, do you know what I mean? The same, I brought Tommy to the he's a mad blue, I brought him, sat him in the Annie Road with me, when the Origi goal, we were just about to go. And he went, no, that's just straight to the final whistle, and right on the final whistle that happened, so
It was brilliant.
it's nice that, but if they can recreate that Gladys Street at that ground, it would be amazing.
Well, we're all going to find this out tomorrow. Are we all going to perform, aren't we? But we're all saying we bought these players, bought that player. You know, Man City with Grealish, everything like this. And they're going to say the world beaters now. But they tend to cancel themselves out. It's the Premier League. They're different games, aren't they? They come against each other and suddenly you don't
It's
see...
who's
I'm
Have you
looking
seen
forward to
Just-
tonight. I'm looking forward to our game tomorrow. 'Cause you've got
Brentford
two
and Arsenal,
teams
innit?
who
Yeah.
play footy and attack. Brentford attack, they play really good stuff, and Norwich don't know any other way but attack. So, I think
Yeah,
the
but
last time we played it was like 5-2, 5-3.
5-3, I think.
5-3, yeah, and the game before that,
It was
I think it was
2-0.
Lallana, wasn't
4-3,
it?
yeah.
4-3, one of Klopp's
when
first
Klopp lost
games.
his glasses,
Yeah, he broke his glasses,
new
so-
glasses.
It was always a good game, and usually before that, it was Suarez just took the mick out of them, didn't he? So
Yeah.
I think the way Norwich play tomorrow is going to be a really good game. And I think tonight, Brentford could cause a little bit of a shock tonight.
I think it will, you know. I said to
I
Mark
don't think
before,
Arsenal are
1-0.
ready.
I don't think Brentford are ready
Well, Arsenal's got that...
to come into the Premier. This is my forecast. This is my opinion, folks. I just think Brentford are just going to go. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but we haven't seen that for
I like
years.
the way they play. I like
Like,
it.
there's only Norwich who came up, went down, they come back up. A
Yeah,
lot of teams
true,
now that
yeah.
come up, stay up.
Yeah, like Leeds.
Like they play good footy, like Leeds did. Leeds didn't play that many players and got Rodrigo.
I think Newcastle go
last
that.
week.
I
Newcastle
think
got
Brighton would go down.
Yeah. But Fulham,
Okay, let's be our
did the
pundits.
same.
But let's give our forecast. Who's going to win the league this year?
If I have to say, either Liverpool do have a chance, but I probably think Man City again.
I think Liverpool. I just think there's a sneaky little thing in that camp. Why we haven't bought anyone big? Why he's kept back
It's
to the
similar to
same
what it
group.
was the season we did.
I think he's got a good feel-good factor. I've watched all the pre-season on LFC TV. They looked so happy.
My
They
dad
looked
won't allow
really.
me to have
I'll get it
LFC
for you,
TV.
don't worry.
Thank you.
It's basically it looks a good camp. They look happy, and on the weekend I think in City's eyes, I think he's got too many players to please now. So I think
Who do you leave out with City? You've got, you know, Mahrez, who it's going to cause upset that Grealish is there.
As I said last week, I think there's going to be a big bust up, and it started already because there's rumours about
Mahrez is
Sterling now,
already,
isn't it?
yeah, Mahrez is
wanting to move on.
unhappy.
And he did
Three
say last
players he
season,
mentioned
Sterling, he
for
wouldn't
the-
mind coming back to Liverpool.
For the
Don't count it
Charity
out.
Shield, he mentioned there's 3 players that have asked to leave. 3 big players. He hasn't mentioned them.
Alright, okay.
They don't want to rotate. They want to
Because
play.
you're talking about people leaving.
He hasn't mentioned them.
That's the downfall of Man City. They rotate too many times. How can you be happy if you know, we get all these players turning down and saying, Champions League football, that's what I'm going there for. And then suddenly they're all sitting on the bench and they're all happy because they're getting that. Surely.
The greater good. He's trying to sell the greater good of the collective group, isn't he? So if we can have 30 players and we can rotate them 40 players, the injuries and that should take out. We should still get over the line for each competition. It sort of worked last season when the league got to the final and won another trophy. Did we win the FA Cup? No, Leicester won the FA Cup, didn't he?
Yeah,
Won the League Cup, didn't he?
yeah.
Yeah.
And Charity Shield, Leicester.
Yeah. So it sort of nearly worked.
Yeah.
The theory's there. It must have obviously you
Well,
question.
surely likes Leicester winning the Charity Shield because they do take it serious. I don't care what you say. They're giving the hope for all the other teams, aren't they, Leicester? You know, they've carried on.
2
they've had
years
a go.
in a row, they've nearly gotten the top 4. Just fell away in the last 5 games.
Yeah.
So I think the problem is
I don't think
he hasn't got a defender.
I don't think he's been buying well, has he?
With the fact that everyone's strengthened, even United have strengthened, I don't think they'll have a chance in top 4.
I thought Liverpool, the one player that I thought we would go for would be Rory Tillmans. I thought that was the pick for me to replace Ronaldo. And I think if Shaqiri goes, we might still revisit that. I think he actually wants to play in the
It's late
Champions
for him
League.
to go now, isn't it, really?
The window's extended this year, isn't it, compared to last?
Yeah, but...
And there's talk of Origi going to West Ham as well.
Yeah, so that's
I think he needs it.
Yeah.
I think he's done his
Yeah,
time.
he's got a bit of a weird career. I mean, he hasn't played that much, but he's got all these legendary moments.
Yeah.
A bit like a Dirk Kuyt.
But when he went back on loan to Lille, he played every week and he was brilliant.
Yeah.
I just think he's one of them players like Shaqiri and Chamberlain who need to play with him because I don't think Chamberlain's a player that can come off. But to be fair, Chamberlain hasn't had a pre-season for the last 2-3 years. Now he's had a full pre-season. I think
He looked
this
outstanding the other night.
I
Like,
think he's fantastic.
yeah.
I think this will be his best season. Now he's had a full pre-season without any injury.
Yeah.
But I think players like him, Shaqiri and Origi need to play week in, week out. So they may need to drop down a level. Leon, Shaqiri will get a game every
Who do
week.
you think's going to come in for Andy Robinson for the last couple of games then?
I think it's Tsimikas, isn't it? For the Greek left back.
Yeah.
He's been fantastic in pre-season.
You reckon they're
No,
going to put him in?
I've really been impressed with him. His speed, his quickness, he gets to the byline like Robbo does, he cuts in, he chases back. I think he's been brilliant.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a like for like. It's his opportunity to do it. Do you think?
I heard like this thing a while ago that Rafa like doesn't have plans to play Hamas.
No. Oh yeah, I've heard that myself. He wants to sell him, didn't
And he doesn't, and he's probably gonna leave. So.
he? Do you think that's because he's more defensive minded than?
Everton need that, though. They leak too many goals.
Yeah, they do. They do leak goals. If you can, one thing Rafa will do will stop them leaking goal. He did it at Newcastle with nothing, no budget, so he's got more money than.
I think he's just trying to copy what he did at Newcastle with Everton.
They're going to have to give him time though for that.
Yeah.
I don't think
The
that's...
fans won't give him that time.
You need to hit the ground running.
Yeah, it's hard. I think normal manager, yeah, but
when you look at
ex-Liverpool
the
manager...
Newcastle fans, they loved Rafa.
But they
There's a
still have
difference with
first.
Everton fans because he's obviously...
Liverpool, yeah.
Because he did stuff with
They're all doubting it, aren't they? There's one or two who are saying, yeah, he's got a good
Yeah, but if he
pedigree.
delivers some sort of trophy with them, or even gets them to the final, that'll be forgotten.
Well, if you just said trophy,
Yeah.
I don't think he'll get a trophy for the next 4 years, 5 years. And this, I think last season, I didn't know, I thought they were on the way to maybe getting a trophy.
I thought like a League Cup or something.
Not this season, no. I can't see anything I'm sure that can change your mindset that Everton's going to win a trophy in the next 5 years. Hopefully I'm wrong. I wouldn't mind. I would like Everton to win some. I generally would. I'm not a bitter fan. I think it'd be great.
Thomas.
I think it'd be great for them to give them something to obviously. They'll have to live
Can't
on
talk about.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of my mates are Evertonians. Most of my mates are Evertonians. So
Yeah.
it's it will
There
be
seems,
nice.
to be honest,
Don't have any
League
to get
Cup, you
excited
can't-
for.
there seems to be a lot
League
more
Cup.
Evertonians around than what there was a couple of years ago. I don't know why, but, you know, as you say, you go to grassroots football and you see all the blue shirts and all that and you're thinking, wow, unreal. You know, the kids are all wearing them, there seems to be more coming up.
It's
Supporting.
quite honest though, isn't it, and authentic that they're not glorious, because Liverpool in the last couple of years have had obviously a lot of success.
And anyone who's looking back on that, I did say shirts.
So it's quite good that they're still coming out, they're still supporting the team now. So
Yeah.
just with regards to forecasting, back to forecasting, relegation.
Forecast, what was yours, Dan? You know, who's going to win the league? We've got...
I'm going to go with, agree with Wayne. It's probably best of seeing Liverpool. So, say Liverpool. I think we'll just edge City. I think that it's going to be close.
I think Chelsea.
I think even United's going to get.
You can't change your mind, you just said Man City, you can't go
I
for
know.
Chelsea.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying Chelsea have a chance.
Well, why don't you go first and second?
I think they have a chance for Lukaku, you know. I
Yeah.
think that's what they're
Do you
missing.
reckon?
With the way they play the wing backs,
Yeah.
I think that's perfect. And they play with a 3 at the back under 2 shots, same way.
I think there's more pressure on City now as well. So I feel like they might.
Chelsea
step
are
up a few
the
times.
Well, I'll go my forecast, and it's going to be 3 against the 1 here now, because I am going for Liverpool. Only for the simple reason is, I think Liverpool, as I said, play for the fans. We've got the fans back, the 12th man's back, we missed it last season, but plus the fact we had a lot of injuries last year. I don't think any Premier League team had the injuries that we had, and we're not crying that in.
No.
It's just that they're all back now, okay. Andy Robinson, we're just talking about, plays a pre-season, goes out injured, is it going to start again?
Trent
It can, it can easily happen. You know, with all these players coming back, we could have 2 or 3
I
injuries.
like
such
it,
as-
United happened again.
Well, there you go.
Generally said, like,
What's
where
the
Van Dijk went down again, honestly. It's like, here we go again.
Yeah, what happens if he does?
We've got Konate now.
Yeah.
He looks a beast, doesn't he?
I feel like he's going to be a starter. I think Gomez is probably.
I just seen that pass that he played to Minamino the other day. Unbelievable.
Minamino's another shout. Just start playing him. He's been phenomenal.
He's had a full season now, hasn't he? He's gone away to, he's had a little go at Southampton, he's come back, and fair play to him going on loan to get some game time. But he wants to play, and he wants to play for us.
Yeah.
And he could have left this summer, and he didn't want it. He wants to stay and fight, so like refresh.
Oh, well, there you go then. We've come to the end of another fantastic show, and we're not biased at all. Honestly, we're the pundits who are going for Liverpool tonight. 1 against, 3-4. I don't know where you're coming from.
I've just had my idea.
He's just an idea, hasn't he?
I just had an idea.
Okay, you're a red.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
But no fake in Liverpool.
He's clever though.
I've got faith.
Well, yeah, he's got.
Very clever.
He knows, he works things out.
We do things getting relegated then before we go.
Brentford. I haven't really looked. But ask me that question after about 4 games, and I'll tell you.
I don't think Brentford.
Are going to be either, I think Norwich. Who did I say before? Oh, who did I say before?
Newcastle.
No, that was Mal.
That was me.
Oh, was
Don't be
it?
blaming me.
Oh, sorry.
Well, Geordie's be filming.
Yeah, they will. Not against you teams, by the way, honestly. This is our
Burnley.
punters.
Burnley, okay.
Burnley and then another team I forgot who I said before.
Wasn't Everton, was it?
No.
Alright, so okay. I'm just saying, folks.
I'd say I think Newcastle are going to struggle, so I think Newcastle are going to go down. I think Watford will join them. Don't think they've got enough. And I think I haven't seen now with the loss of Ben White. I think Brighton are going to struggle, so I'm going to go Brighton.
Yeah, I said Brighton.
Well, it just says everything about it, doesn't it? You know, because at the end of the day, I pick my teams after about 4 games because you can really tell who's up for it, who's not up for it. But I just think it's going to be very, very close, the Premier League this year. It's not going to be a foregone conclusion. I think this is where the season
the fans
is.
are back now, so
Fans are back. It's going to be very interesting now. Poor referees are going to get it all again, those outs, and they're going to get the blame. But VAR's changed. Anyway, it remains to be seen. We won't be, well, we'll have a show, record a show next week, but the young commentators won't be here because I'm doing something like the 3 peaks. Fingers crossed, I get through that next week. Anyway, thanks very much to all our guests there. We've got Jayden, Wayne and Dan, and we'll be back again tomorrow evening with myself and maybe a guest, I'm not too sure. But in the meantime, have a great weekend, put your feet up, relax, enjoy the Premier League, it is back, and good luck for Brentford against Arsenal. There we go. Good night, folks. We'll see you tomorrow at 7.